We're almost there, folks. Tickets go on sale very, very soon for AEW All in Wembley. And we've got to ask a question. With tickets going on sale, let's put it out there. Can AEW sell out Wembley Stadium? Hello and welcome to FCTR. I am Hugh McQuaid, and today we are talking about AEW. We are talking about All in Wembley. We are talking about attendance figures and will AEW sell out Wembley Stadium. But before we dive into that, please hit subscribe, please like this video, please comment your thoughts down below in the comments. What would get you to buy a ticket to AEW All in Wembley? And we'll go from there. So the question on my mind as tickets go on sale, pre-sale on Wednesday, is can AEW sell out Wembley Stadium? Wembley Stadium, which has a capacity of roughly 90,000 people on a football day, I believe. Obviously, if you're having a big event, if you're having a concert, if you're having a wrestling show, portion of that sort of area will likely be off limits because you've got to have all the stage props, all that stuff lowered in. So you're taking away a few seats from there to not fully get it up to that 90,000 capacity. But AEW have seemingly, they've posted a lot about this. They are doing a lot of promotion for All in Wembley. Jack Whitehall was retweeting AEW about All in Wembley. You've got, a well-known British celebrity tweeting about it. You've got people at the convention we were at, Britt Baker, FTR, Adam Cole. They were all hyping up All in Wembley as a must-see event. I think they are going hard on trying to get this event sold out. But will it? Before we dive into that, let's have a look at some figures. We all love some analytics. I've tried my best to do this. So there's two key events that we need to look at in terms of AEW All in Wembley. The first we will look at is Clash at the Castle. Clash at the Castle was WWE's big premium live event. They returned to the UK from the Principality Stadium in Cardiff, Wales, and they sold roughly 62,296 seats. That's a big number. That's a big number for a return of WWE to the United Kingdom. I think that's a really good number for WWE. A very, very high number. As you saw, I didn't get to attend Clash at the Castle, but it looked rammed. I think it was it sold out? It was probably sold out. I'll fact check that because I'm clearly not very good at my job. But I imagine it was a near sellout for that. Then we'll look at SummerSlam. SummerSlam 1992, the other wrestling event that was held at Wembley Stadium. That event drew disputed 80,355 people. So, with those figures in mind, can AEW sell out Wembley Stadium? So roughly looking at the same numbers as SummerSlam 1992. It's a tall task. It is a tall task, and I think there is actually a lot of stuff going up against SummerSlam 92, particularly with selling that amount of seats. You've got to look at the competition. WWE running Money in the Bank in London this year, again, is going to draw some eyes away from AEW, people who'd want to go and see Money in the Bank, potentially expecting a cash-in, a title change, or something like that. Granted, that is an arena, so probably roughly about 10,000 seats, I think they're in the O2. So that's going to be a bit more like drawing eyes away from that. You've got just oversaturation of wrestling in the UK. I don't think oversaturation is a bad thing. I'm glad that the British scene is booming, but you've had Clash at the Castle, and now you're having Money in the Bank. You've had two big shows from WWE there, the other main player in town, going up against this SummerSlam event. SummerSlam. Wembley was what I meant to say. Sorry about that. So yeah, you've got mainly the competition of WWE driving people to their product rather than this AEW Wembley. But, and there is a big but here. I like big buts and I cannot lie. This is their first time in the UK. There is only going to be one first time in the UK, and it is here. It is AEW All in Wembley. Granted, guys like Eddie Kingston have come across and done shows like OTT and was going to do a Progress show. But we've not had an AEW All In or an AEW event at all in the UK. And I think selling it on this is the first time ever that we will be in the UK. There's only going to be one first time ever, and you can be there for that. That is their biggest selling tool, I think, in terms of selling this event and pushing tickets and getting an 80,000 people gate. I think that is, it could be a really, really strong show and get really, well, you've probably already seen, pre-sale has gone through the roof for this. There's 60,000 people who have apparently already registered for pre-sale to this event. Granted, that doesn't mean every single one of them will get it. I don't know if it's counting, so I'm subscribed to Fight Plus. If you're subscribed to Fight Plus, you get a pre-sale code. Whether people who are subscribed will purchase a ticket or whether it's just that metric, if you get me. So I think that's very interesting right there. And then you've got the option. You've got the nuclear option, which is CM Punk. Because I think in my All-In video, I didn't think CM Punk would be there. I've sort of changed my tune on that. I think this all depends on how badly they want to sell tickets. If you want to sell out Wembley, you do Punk Omega. I think that's the match. Punk Omega, I think you could probably sell out Wembley with that. I think maybe even Punk Danielson, maybe Punk MJF 2, you get close, but I think the big marquee match would be Punk Omega if you can get that to happen. And Punk is like, as Tony Khan said, he's a plus delta and all that. He moves merch, he is a needle mover, and I think fans, regardless of what happened with Brawl Out, I think fans are sick of hearing about the news, sick of the speculation. I think they just want Punk back, or they don't want him at all. It's very, either side. So they're the two options with this. You've got Punk and you've got the marketing, which the marketing I think has actually been really good and really smart. You've had people doing press tours, you've had people doing interviews talking about All in Wembley, and it's really good in that regard. It's such a high number, and that is the bar that it needs to cross to sell out. It needs to get roughly 80,000 when their other event at the stadium at Arthur Ashe for Grand Slam was, I think, 10,000 and something, or 20,000. I think it was 20,000. So they got to do 4 times what they did at Arthur Ashe, which is no small task. But again, another reason that this could be, a sellout event is you've got the travelling audience from Europe who'd come to the UK. You've got people from Germany, France, Denmark, Belgium, all of these, European countries that probably won't get a proper AEW show for a while, or at least a tour or something like that. They probably won't get one for a while. They probably want to get tickets for this. It's in London, capital of England, so it just seems like holiday destination as well if you want to come over and enjoy some wrestling. So, should we draw a line? We'll draw a line. We've probably had enough rambling from me. Let's just ask the question right now. And in a few months, I will either be wrong or I will be right. Will AEW sell out Wembley Stadium? Yes. I genuinely believe All in Wembley will sell out. I'm putting my flag in the ground. AEW Wembley will sell out on the power of probably a Punk match being announced, the marketing, and the eventual card. They're the 3 things that I think will sell this out. And I am tremendously excited. We'll see what it's like on Wednesday when, like many wrestling fans, I will try and get tickets for this event. But we shall see. We shall see from there. And now I'll turn it over to you. Do you think AEW will be able to sell out Wembley Stadium? Let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try and reply to every single one of them. Thank you all ever so much for your support, and have a nice day.